Prince Kwame's heart raced as he gazed into Zuri's eyes. Their love was forbidden, but the pull was irresistible. Torn between royal duty and his deep affection for a commoner, Kwame knew a choice had to be made, one that could change his life and kingdom forever. In the heart of Africa, the kingdom of Umbala thrived under the rule of King Adisa. The kingdom was known for its prosperity, rich culture, and strong traditions. Prince Kwame, the only son of King Adisa, was groomed from birth to inherit the throne. He was admired for his bravery, wisdom, sense of duty, qualities that made him a beloved figure among the people. Despite his princely responsibilities, Kwame's heart was drawn to the simple life outside the palace walls. One day, while exploring the bustling market, he met Zuri, a beautiful and spirited commoner. Zuri's charm, intelligence, and kindness captivated Kwame instantly. She was unlike anyone he had ever met, and their connection was immediate. As they spent more time together, their bond deepened and they fell deeply in love. However, their romance was forbidden by the strict traditions of the kingdom. A prince could not marry a commoner, and Kwame's duty to his kingdom was to marry someone of royal blood. Despite knowing the consequences, Kwame and Zuri continued to meet in secret, their love growing stronger with each passing day. Kwame was faced with an impossible choice: follow his heart and be with Zuri, or fulfill his duty as the future king of Umbala. Kwame and Zuri's secret romance flourished in hidden corners of the kingdom. They met under the cover of night in secluded gardens and quiet market stalls. Each stolen moment was filled with laughter, whispered dreams, and tender embraces. However, the pressure from the royal court loomed over them like a dark cloud. King Adisa, a stern and traditional ruler, had high expectations for his son. He had arranged a marriage for Kwame with Princess Amara from a neighboring kingdom, a union that promised to strengthen political alliances and ensure the prosperity of Umbala. The announcement of the engagement was imminent, and the entire kingdom eagerly awaited the news. Rumors of Kwame's frequent disappearances and secret meetings began to circulate within the palace walls. The royal advisors grew suspicious, and whispers of scandal spread through the court. The pressure on Kwame mounted as his duties as prince clashed with his desire to be with Zuri. One evening, while they were together in their favorite hideaway, Zuri voiced her fears. "Kwame, the rumors are growing louder, and I'm afraid of what will happen if we're discovered." Kwame took her hand in his eyes filled with determination. "I won't let anyone take you away from me, Zuri. We will find a way to be together no matter what." They devised a plan to escape the kingdom and start a new life together, far from the prying eyes of the royal court. They began gathering supplies and making arrangements in secret, knowing that their time was running out. Each day brought new challenges and risks, but their love gave them the strength to persevere. As the day of the engagement announcement approached, the tension in the palace reached a boiling point. King Adisa grew increasingly frustrated with Kwame's evasiveness and lack of commitment to his royal duties. The king summoned his son for a private audience, hoping to address the growing concerns. "Kwame," King Adisa began, his voice stern and authoritative, "I have heard troubling rumors about your behavior. You must focus on your responsibilities and prepare for your engagement to Princess Amara." Kwame's heart pounded in his chest as he faced his father. "Father, I cannot marry Princess Amara. My heart belongs to someone else." King Adisa's eyes narrowed with anger. "You are a prince, Kwame. Your duty is to the kingdom, not to your personal desires. This engagement is crucial for our alliance and the future of Umbala." Kwame stood firm, his voice steady. "I understand my duty, father, but I cannot forsake my love for Zuri. I am willing to give up the throne if it means I can be with her." The king's face turned red with fury. "You would abandon your people and your responsibility for a commoner? You disgrace our family and our traditions." Kwame took a deep breath, knowing the gravity of his next words. If staying on the throne means losing Zuri, then I choose to renounce my claim. I choose love over duty. King Adisa was speechless, the weight of his son's decision hanging heavily in the air. The conflict between duty and love had reached its peak, setting the stage for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the kingdom. Kwame's declaration sent shockwaves through the palace. The royal court buzzed with gossip and speculation, and the advisors scrambled to find a way to manage the unfolding crisis. The news of Kwame's forbidden love and his intention to renounce the throne spread quickly, causing a stir among the nobility and the commoners alike. Kwame and Zuri knew they had to act fast. They continued to prepare for their escape, gathering what little they could carry and planning their routes out of the kingdom. The thought of leaving everything behind was daunting, but their love for each other made the decision clear. One night, as they met in secret, Zuri expressed her concerns. Kwame, are you sure about this? Leaving the palace, your family, your responsibilities? It's a huge sacrifice. Kwame smiled, his eyes filled with love and determination. Zuri, you are my heart and my soul. Without you, none of it matters. I am ready to face whatever challenges come our way, as long as we are together. As they finalized their plans, they were unaware that their movements were being closely monitored. The palace guards, acting on orders from the royal advisors, had been tracking Kwame's secret meetings. They knew that the prince and his lover were planning to flee, and they were determined to prevent it. The night before the engagement's announcement, Kwame and Zuri made their way to the edge of the kingdom. They moved quietly, avoiding the main roads and sticking to the shadows. They were almost at the border when they heard the sound of approaching footsteps. The palace guards had found them. Kwame and Zuri tried to run, but the guards quickly surrounded them. A fierce struggle ensued, with Kwame fighting desperately to protect Zuri. Despite his efforts, they were captured and brought back to the palace in chains. King Adisa was waiting for them in the throne room, his expression a mix of anger and disappointment. The royal court had been assembled to witness the confrontation, and the atmosphere was tense. Kwame, the king began, his voice echoing through the hall. You have betrayed your family and your kingdom. You have dishonored our traditions and put our future at risk. Kwame stood tall, his eyes meeting his father's. Father, my only crime is loving Zuri. I cannot live a life dictated by duty alone. I must follow my heart. King Adisa's eyes flashed with anger. You speak of love, but what of your responsibilities? What of the people who depend on you? You would throw all of that away for a commoner? Kwame's voice was steady and unwavering. Yes, father, I would. Because Zuri is not just a commoner. She is the love of my life, and I cannot imagine a future without her. The royal advisors muttered among themselves, the scandal of the prince's words shaking the foundations of the court. King Adisa turned to Zuri, his expression hard. And you, Zuri, do you understand the consequences of your actions? You have disrupted the peace of our kingdom and jeopardized our alliances. Zuri met the king's gaze, her voice calm and resolute. Your Majesty, I love Kwame with all my heart. Our love is not a crime, and I will stand by him no matter what. The king's face softened for a moment, a flicker of understanding passing through his eyes, but the weight of his responsibilities quickly returned. Kwame, if you truly wish to be with Zuri, you must leave this kingdom. You must give your claim to the throne and all the privileges that come with it. Kwame nodded, his decision firm. I understand, father. I am ready to leave everything behind for the woman I love. The court erupted in murmurs of shock and disbelief. King Adisa raised his hand to silence them. Very well, Kwame. You have made your choice. You and Zuri are free to live, but know that you will be exiled from this kingdom. You will no longer be a prince of Umbala. Kwame and Zuri were escorted out of the palace, their hearts heavy but their love unwavering. They knew that the journey would be difficult, but they were ready to face it together. As they made their way through the kingdom, they encountered many challenges. They had to navigate through dense forests, cross treacherous rivers, and find shelter in unfamiliar places. But their love gave them the strength to keep going, and they found solace in each other's company. One evening, as they sat by a campfire, Kwame took Zuri's hand. "We may have left everything behind, but we have each other, and that is all that matters." Zuri smiled, her eyes shining with love. "I wouldn't have it any other way, Kwame. As long as we're together, we can face anything." Kwame and Zuri's journey was fraught with obstacles. They faced harsh weather, difficult terrain, and the constant threat of danger from wild animals and bandits. Yet, their love and determination kept them moving forward. Each step brought them closer to their new life, a life where they could be together without the constraints of royal duty. They found solace in each other's company, sharing stories, laughter, and dreams as they traveled. Kwame's skills, honed through years of training as a prince, proved invaluable. He knew how to navigate the land, find food, and protect them from harm. Zuri's resourcefulness and resilience complemented his strengths, and together they made a formidable team. One evening, as they rested at a riverbank, Kwame turned to Zuri, his eyes filled with love. "Zuri, I know we have faced many challenges, but I've never been happier. Being with you is worth every hardship." Zuri smiled, her heart swelling with affection. "Kwame, as long as we're together, we can overcome anything. I believe in us." Their journey eventually led them to a hidden valley, a place untouched by time and conflict. It was a lush, verdant paradise with clear streams, fertile land, and abundant wildlife. They knew they had found their new home. With the help of the local villagers, Kwame and Zuri built a small but thriving community. They worked side by side, cultivating the land, building homes, and creating a life filled with love and purpose. Their story became a legend among the villagers, a testament to the power of love and the courage to follow one's heart. In this new chapter of their lives, Kwame and Zuri found the happiness and fulfillment they had always dreamed of. Their love had overcome every obstacle, proving that true happiness comes from following one's heart, no matter the cost. As Kwame and Zuri settled into their new life, they began to notice strange occurrences in their hidden valley. The air was filled with a mystical energy, and the land seemed to respond to their presence. Flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, trees grew taller and stronger, and the wildlife appeared unusually tame and friendly. One night, as they sat by their fire, an elder from the local village approached them. He was a wise and ancient man, with eyes that seemed to see beyond the physical world. "You have brought a great power to this land," he said, his voice filled with reverence. "The love you share has awakened the spirits of this valley, and they have chosen you for a special destiny." Kwame and Zuri listened in awe as the elder explained the history of the valley. It was once a powerful kingdom, protected by ancient magic. The spirits of the land had been waiting for a love pure and strong enough to restore their kingdom to its former glory. "The spirits have revealed to me that you are the rightful rulers of this hidden kingdom," the elder continued. "Your love has the power to awaken the ancient magic and bring prosperity and harmony to our land." Kwame and Zuri were stunned by the revelation. They had left behind the royal life, only to discover that they were destined for an even greater purpose. The elder guided them to a sacred cave where they found an ancient throne carved from stone, surrounded by glowing crystals. As they took their places on the throne, a radiant light filled the cave. The spirits of the valley appeared before them, ethereal and majestic. "Kwame and Zuri," they intoned, "your love has brought balance and harmony to this land. You are the true king and queen of this ancient kingdom." With the spirit's blessing, Kwame and Zuri accepted their new roles. They ruled with kindness and compassion, creating an utopia where their people thrived in peace and prosperity. The story of Prince Kwame and his beloved Zuri became a legend that spread far and wide, inspiring others to follow their hearts and believe in the power of love. In their enchanted kingdom, Kwame and Zuri found their happiness beyond their wildest dreams. Their love shining as a beacon of hope and magic for generations to come.